Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I have got some special news for you. So I thought I'd do this quick video. We're going to do a bit of an update in a moment, go through a few things that have happened on the pitch. We've had a sale on the Picasso as well, which we've seen on the channel a few weeks ago. A little cheapy Citroen Picasso we took in part exchange, went off to paint, etc. and had a few bits done to it. Well, that is now sold and gone out. I've also taken a swapper, or a part exchange we call it, in for that as well. We're also going to do a quick walk round of the pitch, show you what's been happening, what's been going on over the last week or so, what stock we've been buying as well. So I'll go through that with you in a moment. However, we have a special announcement. Now, I've been speaking to one of my sponsors last week, Katrina at Topdon, and Topdon are having the biggest sale we've ever seen, the biggest discount we've ever seen on the channel, and I thought you guys, you need to know about it because it's Black Friday coming up. Obviously, they've got their offers on, so I'll quickly go through the discounts. And if you've been sitting on the fence, guys, looking at things like the JS 2000 jump packs or the 1200 or any of the diagnostic machines, now is the time because the offer is superb. You're never going to get them any cheaper than this, guys. So let me just quickly run through what the discounts are of these machines. Christmas is coming up. Those of you who'll be interested, honestly, there's some super bargains to be had. So first of all, let me start you off with this. They've seen this on the channel, those of you who watch regular, the Jump Surge 2000, JS 2000. They also do a smaller machine called the JS 1200, which I have one here for you. So you can see the size difference between the two very different jump packs. So I usually use this 2000. We usually keep this as a backup in the workshop. Both of these are superb. They'll start up sort of 3 litre diesels upwards, no problems at all. You can get multiple tries out of this, i.e. you jump start a car like 20-30 times fully charged. They are superb. We used to carry around big daft jump packs, you know, the old snap-on packs, etc., or the big Clark things, weighed an absolute ton. Then of course these smart jump packs came along, and Topdon really cornered the market with this one. It is super affordable. Now these usually retail at about £70, which by the way is miles cheaper than anyone else. It's about 3 times as cheap as the rival. At the moment, on the offer we've got with Topdon, which you can get all the links to things I'm talking about now in the link description here, this jump pack has gone down to 56 quid and a few pence. All you've got to do is put the promo code in, which I'll tell you about in a minute, but down from 70 quid to 56 for the JS 2000. So if you've been sitting on the fence, guys, Christmas is coming up, want a present for someone, these are superb for shoving in the boot of a car. They're also a power bank as well, so you can put USBs in them. You can power DC electric directly off them as well. They've got a built-in torch. They're just super great things to have, a really ideal bit of kit. Also good for charging your phones obviously as well with the USB inserts. They're so simple to use. Simply just plug in the terminals, press that boost button, and you'll have any vehicle flat dead starting in a matter of seconds. They are brilliant, and we use this every single day. And this is getting commercial use, basically, being hammered, and it's still running like the day it was new. So like I said, you've got a choice, depends on what you want to use it for. This is a lot smaller, obviously, a bit more compact. The 2000 over 1200. 2000 is 56 quid on the promo. The 1200 is 46 quid. For the sake of £10 difference, I'd probably go for the 2000 because you're going to get more goes out of that. But if you just want something smaller, then you know that's there as well. The 1200 at 46 quid. So super value. You're never going to find them cheaper anywhere, guys. I've never seen them so cheap. We've had promos in the past, but nothing like that. So they are superb bargains. The links are in the description for those, guys. You can find them, and the code you need to use is save now. So go through to the link on the description. They are the correct links from Topdon directly. Don't buy them anywhere else. You'll not get the correct models. You'll not get the warranties, etc. You need to make sure it's our links. They are the best price anyway. Type in save now, and you'll discount the retail prices you see on the screen to the prices I mentioned for you. But it doesn't just end there, guys. It's not just the jump packs that Topdon have reduced for Black Friday event. They've also reduced the diagnostic machine. So if you've been sitting on the fence or looking at buying one, guys, these are the machines you need to be getting. We've got 2 machines that we advertise a lot here on the channel. We've got the ArtDiag 600S, which is what we started out with, and then we've got the 800BT, which I'll show you in a second. This is an entry-level diagnostic, but there is nothing sort of entry in the quality of this. This is superb. A machine like this, what this machine will do, would have cost you £2,000–3,000 a few years ago for an equivalent sort of Bosch or Launch machine. This is an absolute ideal bit of kit. Ideal for amateurs, ideal for someone who just wants to have a little bit of a play around, or maybe just doing a bit of general maintenance on friends and family's cars. Even if you're starting off in the trade and just doing a little bit of garage work or your own repairs, or maybe a dealer, you want to scan stuff or do the odd bit of regens and everything, this is a great little machine. You will not find anything cheaper than this that will do as much as this does, this little art diag. Now it's got 8 special functions. This will do oil resets, it'll do battery resets, BMS resets, so stop start stuff, it'll do ABS bleeding, it'll do DPF resets, regens, it'll do brake resets, so if you've got any handbrakes and you're going back, it will sort them out as well, so it'll wind the calipers back so you can put them into service mode. It does TPMS work, scanning and resets, it'll do airbag resets, it'll do throttle body adaptations, of course it'll do all your engine management stuff, so all your resets on the sort of, you want to do live codes and datas, you want to get any of that out, it'll do all those live datas for you. It does a health scans as well, which you can save and record. It's absolutely brilliant, full of manufacturers, all the main manufacturers you want are really on there. Like I said, do service light resets, all that DPF stuff. It's the ideal bit of kit. It's brilliant. I say we use this a lot. Very rugged, well put together, and best of all, it has got free updates for life. I've paid more for updates on machines in the past than what this costs new. Now new, these are usually about £135, which is a bargain, and we've sold loads of them on the channel and everyone's been really made up with them. Why wouldn't you be? You're not going to get anything like that. You know, the nearest thing's probably like an Autel, which is probably 3 or 4 times the price, maybe 3 times the price, but this is doing just as much as what they do. And in fact, I have had this working on some stuff that the Autel won't work on, for instance some Fiat stuff as well, which is this has been absolutely superb for. So you've been sitting on the fence, guys, the discount is there, save now 20. This drops this from £135 to £108 delivered, and like I said, you get a warranty included on it, and of course free updates for life as well. So every year you get your updates, you can keep going, updating all to the latest make models as well, which is brilliant. So 108 quid, that's in the link description as well, guys. That is a superb price. You're never going to get it any cheaper. It's never been any cheaper. Really, really fantastic bit of kit. Now finally, guys, I'll get to the update in a second. We'll go around the pitch, but I'll just show you the last one as well, because this is the dogs. This is the Art Diag B800 BT. Now this comes in a little carry case as well. This is pushing it up a gear. So this has got everything the Art Diag 600S has got, but it's got a few other key features as well. So like I said, it comes in a nice little carry case like that, but the machine is a little bit more sophisticated. So got a bigger screen on it, better Android system on it. It's wireless as well, so it's got a little push dongle there. It comes out, you put that in your OBD. Like I said, it's wireless connector. I can literally be outside and sitting in my office, I can scan any car with this. I've demoed this a few times on the channel. I've done some work on something recently on this today on a Peugeot, diagnosing some chain faults. Like I said, this has got all the features the Art Diag 600S has got, but with the wireless features. But it doesn't just end there, this has got a lot more going for it. So this 800 BT has got 28 different service maintenance functions, including some really critical ones as well, which you won't find on the 600S. So this, of course, will do all your oil resets and service resets, but it'll cover some specialist manufacturers as well, so maybe some niche ones that you might not get on the other machine. It will do all your electronic brake stuff, throttle body adaptations. It will do diesel regens as well, but it's got more of them, so it's got more manufacturers. So this, the other one's got the main sort of common ones you come across. This has got some niche stuff on there as well for regens, etc. It'll do airbags, it'll do coolant bleeding, it'll do all your ABS bleeding, it'll do TPMS resets, it'll do airbags, it'll do immobilizer functions, it will do injector coding, so those of you with diesels, injectors that need coding. The other one won't do injector coding, this one does. It will do injector coding. It works perfectly as well, guys. It's a brilliant bit of kit for doing injector coding with. It works on suspensions as well, so your airbag suspensions, anything like that, it'll work on those air suspension systems like on Land Rovers, etc. It can do seat calibration, it'll do EGR bleeding or EGR learning, it'll do AdBlue resets, NOx resets, it'll work on automatic transmissions as well for resets, tyre settings, transport mode, calibrate windows. There is so much going on with this machine. It is packed full of features. If I was opening a garage up tomorrow and needed a machine, that's the one I'd be buying, because that is going to cover everything that I'm going to come across in a garage environment. The 600S is a brilliant machine for the price, but this is knocking it up a gear. Now usually these are £240, which is sensational. The equivalent machine to that is probably like a mid-range Autel, which is probably knocking around a grand, 800 quid mark, depending on what offers are on. This is doing all that your Autel will do, again with free updates as well, and it's only £240, but it gets better because it's on promo. So it means today it is currently only going to cost you £192. So like I said, that is also my link, guys. So I've put all 4 links in the description. So if you're after the Topdon JS2000 jump packs or the 1200 or any of the diagnostic machines, check them out, guys. The prices that are on the screen are the retail prices, they're the normal bargain prices that you usually will see. But obviously you've got to put in that promo code, save now. Put in save now, you'll get that discount and you'll get the prices, and you'll get them at the prices I've just mentioned. You're never going to find them as cheap as this again. They're only on offer until the November the 16th. The promo starts today. only till November the 16th. After that, they are going back up to standard retail price, which is an incredible price nonetheless, but we're not going to see that again. So the discount is there for you guys. Please make sure you check out. If you're going to buy them, do it now. Don't sit on the fence. Use our links in the description. Get yourself over to the Topdon site. They are the genuine machines, the latest updates with the proper warranties and at the best price. Anyway, guys, right, we've got that out of the way. I needed to tell you that because we're not going to see that offer probably for at least another 12 months. So what's been going on here at the car pitch? Well, let's go and have a look. Let's go have a look around the pitch, talk about that Picasso sale and what that cost us and what we made out of it, and have a look as well what we've got on sale as well. Okay, let's have a look on the pitch, see what's been happening and what's arrived. So this is the part exchange that's just come in, a little Ford Focus, Mark 1 Ford Focus. Guy said we bought this actually over the phone, did a deal on it on the Picasso, which went straight out, said that we did quite well on that Picasso. Those of you remember it on the channel, it's a quite an old thing, 05 plate blue one, done 70-ish thousand miles, a bit ropey on the sills and etc. Just had a bashed in wing, but we managed to get it sorted. So you can see in this picture there, got it all painted, come up lovely. Redid the sills as well, just re-blacked them at the bottom. Someone had already painted over them, just sort of made a bit of a rough job of them. Sadly gone a bit too far up the sills, really, just to make it nice and neat. So we just re-shultzed them with a rubber guard, just cleaned them up basically, give the car a valet. It come up really, really well. It's one of those cars, that Picasso, where you thought, do you know what, is it worth doing? But when we drove it, and it just went so well, and it had a cam belt done last year, the clutch done last year as well. It was just a superb car, and it was just thought, do you know what, with 70k on it, someone's going to get a few years out of this. Anyway, guy rang up, saw it on the channel, bought it. He only lived locally as well, and we delivered it today, and we've picked up this old Focus in chop. The Picasso, just for the costing wise, was about owed us 300 quid we gave for it in part exchange originally. We spent, all in all, we had to put a gearbox mount on it, service on it, MOT. Didn't really need much else doing to it, to be honest. It was quite clean underneath, as you can see in this picture. For an old car, it was all right, to be fair. Had a recent start motor on it as well, which wasn't documented. So it was an all right thing, and it had decent tyres as well, so it wasn't a great deal for us to do, just a bit of general maintenance. Like I said, we put a gearbox mount on it, did the MOT and a bit of a service. So all in all, it came in at less than 600 quid. We sold the car for £14.95 and took this in part exchange at £350. Now, I was quite surprised when it turned up, because he told me it's a 2005 plate Focus, and I always forget that these ran over, these Mark 1 Focuses. So the new shape Focus, Mark 2 Focus, is not really new shape now, but the newer shape to this one, came out in 2004, late 04. On 54 plates, and these carried on for about another year or so afterwards. There was a bit of a run on these. They made quite a bit of them, and to be fair, the new Focus Mark II, when it came out, wasn't that popular. It took a bit of a while to get going, a bit like the Sierra was, maybe not to that length, but the Sierra took a while to get going when that came out years ago. People didn't really like it, they just sort of stuck with the old faithful, and it was the same with these Focuses. The Mark 1 was well loved, it was a brilliant car when it came out, yeah, anyway, this is a surprise when this turned up. 05 plates, which last of the Mark 1 Focuses, 1.6 petrol. She's done about 80,000. It's quite a nice thing. I'm not sure what to do with that. I might do a full video on it, so we'll come back to that at a later date. But like I said, for 350 quid of 80k on it, not much rust on it or anything, it looks all right, in fairness, want to wash. But we'll come back to that at another day. I might even do a video on it this weekend if I get a chance. Well, so we've got to go on the pitch. Well, let me show you what we got on sale first, because we've got a lot of stuff that's landed, and these are going through. Not all these cars are going to go for sale. Some of these are Part X's, some of these are trade cars that I bought, so I've had to buy like a bulk of them, and then some of them will not go on sale here. I'll just trade them on, like this Astra, for example. I've got a couple of Astras, so I don't need a third one, so that one will get switched on. There's a few bits like that, but we'll sift through what we can. Let's have a bit of a chat. So where we're up to, we've got this 2011 plate Focus, which we bought a few weeks ago. This came in a deal of 4. We bought the Mazda 2, this Corsa, that Kia Venga, which we'll have a look at in a sec, and the red K8, which is back as well. That's over there and been painted. We are going to do a part 2 on that K8, but we'll briefly look at it. This Corsa had a noisy chain. That was the only thing really wrong with it. It's 1.4 SXI, facelift edition as well. Just literally come back from next door, so it just needs going to the valeters now to be cleaned up. Got nice wheels on it, no trick thing. It's an alright thing inside, but just had a noisy chain. It's quite rattly. It did sound quite bad actually. I mean, Ford might have had a oil pump problem, which is common on these later engines. But luckily, it'd already been done. Someone had already done an oil pump on it, but then put back the old chain on it, which was odd. So we just want a new chain. New chain on it, done dusted, and now that is absolutely quiet as a nut. So we'll get that off to the valeters, and that can go up for sale, which is great, because that is something that will sell straight away on here. We do always sell a nice clean Corsa. We also bought that pack of 4, this Kia Venga, which has gone on sale. This is a 2013 Kia Venga 2 CRDI, so it's a 1.4 diesel. So it's picking up the old road tax band. I do like these. They are sort of bought by older people, should we say, or, you know, middle-aged type. You're not going to get a young person driving a Kia Venga, but I've always done well out of them, to be fair. There's always someone for a Kia Venga. Petrols or diesels. Usually 1.4 petrols are quite common. This is the 1.4 diesel. So yeah, it's not a bad little engine, the 1.4. Not the most refined engine in the world, if I'm honest, but okay, they're all right. 6-speed manual, super on fuel, but really, really good on diesel. Cheap tax as well, and a nice clean thing. We priced it up sensibly. I say it's got not too bad on the bodywork. It's pretty clean. Got a bit of history of it. It's not too bad actually. It's a nice thing. 32.95. It's booking at about 35, but I've decided just to drop it a little bit, make it be competitive. But he said it's a nice thing on a 13 plate, a very cheap car to run and to own. What else have we got going on? C1, little C1 on here. We did really well out of C1s, Igos and 107s usually. This is probably the cheapest one we've had on sale yet so far. This is 1995. It hasn't done many miles, this. It's only done about, I think it's done about 70, 80,000 miles from memory. It's not done a lot of miles. In fact, I don't think it's even done 70,000. I'll double check for you. I'll write down in here what it's actually done. 1 litre petrol, obviously, 5-door, 1995. It's a proper nice thing. We had these on sale, a few of these on sale when we first moved in, and we sold them all literally straight away. We got like 3 of them in a week. It's all gone. As soon as we got them ready, bang, people were putting deposits down on them and buying them. This one stood around for about a week or so now, and we've had a few doors open on it, but it hasn't quite gone yet. Now, it has been a bit quieter. I wouldn't say it's quiet for us. We're still selling cars, but it's a little bit quieter than usual. But in 1995, that's the cheapest one we've ever had on sale, and we're putting a brand new clutch in it. It's on sale at the moment. It's got a wait and prep sign in it because it does need a clutch. Perfectly test drivable. It's not slipping, which is what usually goes wrong with them. It's just got a noisy thrust bearing. It's so noisy, it's really noticeable. So you can drive it down the road and it drives fine, and maybe some people might not notice, but I notice it, and I obviously know what I'm looking for. So it wants a clutch in it. They're so cheap to do anyway, we don't mind doing them, so we will put a clutch in that. So for 1995, for a 30 quid road tax car that's got low mileage, brand new clutch in with full ticket, that's going to fly out the door. As soon as we get some customers on the pitch, a bit of dry weather like today, hopefully the next few days over the weekend, we should hopefully get that little T1 away, because they are cracking cars and I do rate them really well. This is one of the latest rivals. A Renault Modus has just come in. It's a 1.2 petrol. I actually bought this off a retired car trader who came in. He's been local car trader. It was his son's car. Obviously he was aware that we were buying and selling, and he just popped in. It's done a bit of miles. It's done 120k, but he has had it for a long time, the son, and it was in pretty decent order for a car that's done 120,000. It's a Renault Modus, if you don't know. It's a 1.2 petrol. It's basically just a Renault Clio. That's basically all they are, the high roof. You know, similar to like a Ford Fusion, that type of thing. It's just those sort of sit up and beg type vehicles. Drives really well, can't fault it. Economical at 1.2. Had a bit of a horrible mark down here, which we had repainted and done for us, and it's had a bit of a pop buff up as well. And it's come up really, really well. I like these Moduses. I think they're really practical cars. So they've got loads of space in the back, high roofs as well. You can actually get proper 4 passengers in there, no problem, in relative comfort, and just an all-round decent car. I quite like them. I said they're based on the Clio, and as a French car goes, I actually quite rate the Clio. So we priced it up for 1,650 quid. Go out with, like I said, a full ticket and a warranty on it. We should be selling that pretty easy. And it's got a bit of service history as well, which is nice. It has been looked after, and it is a nice car. Also got the Astra on sale finally, £24.95, little 1.6 petrol Astra J. Got a few little bits left to do on that, but nothing that major, to be honest with you. I think I've got to put a shockers on the back. I think one of them was leaking, but that's down. Need to get that sorted. But it's test drivable at the moment. It drives very, very well. It's come back from the valeters. It's cleaned up very nice. Like I said, this type of stuff sells all day long. Focuses, Astras, everyone wants this sort of stuff. And like I said, it's a 1.6 petrol, which we like the 1.6 petrols. They do a 1.4 as well, but the chain driven can be a bit noisy and horrible and a bit underpowered. So I'd personally go for the 1.6. Like I said, it's a nice old car that, and hopefully we should get some interest on that soon. We've also got the Clio as well, another Renault Clio, the facelift, on sale, the template, $23.95. Lovely, lovely thing that. I'm amazed that hasn't gone yet. We've had a few people on it, a few doors open on it. I've got a test drive on it tomorrow, so fingers crossed that'll go out the door. But that drive's absolutely sensational, that. What have we got in the corner here? Well, we've got quite a lot of stuff in here we need to sift through. Like I said, a lot of these aren't going on sale here. Some of these need to be shipped off. That Astra's been traded out. That Peugeot's going off to be traded out. I have got a Twingo at the back there, which I need to make into a car. And luckily I have two Twingos, so I might be able to make one good one out of the pair and then dispose of the other one, maybe, I don't know. But that's a 60 plate Twingo, which that's the one probably going to make the one good one out of the two. We'll have a look. I'm going to get the other one sent down, brought over. We bought that one as a bit of a spares, a repairs car, so I'm not expecting too much out of the other one I've bought, but it might be able to make parts for this one, which I've done before on a couple of courses. But we'll see. That's a working project. We've got a yellow Fiat 500, which I still haven't got to the auction. Get rid of it. I need to get it gone. We have been looking at maybe using it as a parts car, because we do get a few Fiats in, but at the moment it's just sitting there languishing, and every time I look at it I get a bit depressed about that mistake I made when buying that car. If you haven't checked out that video, the video is in the link description. We've also got this Seat Ibiza, which we've done some work on. This is a 61 plate 1.2 diesel, which is going to go on sale retail. Need to do a few more jobs on it. We've done a clutch in it. It came in with a slippy clutch. That's now done. We need some engine mounts. The engines in these, very good, drive well, good on fuel, cheap road tax band, brilliant. However, they are a bit shaky. 3-cylinder diesel, very similar engine to you get in the Skoda Roomster, which is over there. They do a 1.4 diesel. They are both 3 cylinders. They're just a bit shaky, and they just basically attack the engine mounts and sort of knacker the rubbers on them. Just 3 cylinders are like that, and in a diesel one as well, not the most refined engines in the world, but when they drive right, which this one will when it's finished, they do drive all right, and they're actually very, very good on diesel. So we'll see how that one goes. We'll say we're going to get some engine mounts ordered for that and get them in, and then that can go off to the valeters, because these are popular cars, these Ibizas. I like Ibizas, and I like Leons as well. I can't get Leons for love nor money. I try my best, but can't get them. But I do fall on the odd Ibiza now and then. And when I do get an Ibiza, I always want to make sure it's right, because you can always get nice money for an Ibiza, because people will pay a bit more for something like that. They're a better seller than a Corsa, personally, and I personally think they're a little bit of a better car, but that's just my opinion. Lastly as well, what else we got going over here? We got the i20. We need to get that in as well. That wants a chain doing. Typical 1.2 needs a chain, needs a bit of paint doing, so that's going to another day. Little C4 that's come in as a bit of a ripper. That's a part exchange that we've had off someone in gold. Not something we're going to go on with, a 1.6 diesel. Probably just trade that on. It's not always a great deal of money. So we have to pick through what we've got at the moment to see what we're going to put on sale. Can't just put any old crap on. We do need to make sure we're putting stuff out there that's going to stand up, because obviously at the end of the day we're putting warranties on stuff. Lastly, let me just show you the Ford Ka that's back. I'm going to do a full video on this when it's done, so I've not been underneath it yet to sort of schultz it and tidy it all up. So we've still got a bit of work in progress on it, but I need to do the bumpers as well. The bumpers are horrible. We need re-blacking, so we're going to get the old heat gun on them and see how they come up. We've had this done, painted, love the job of it. Paintman's done an amazing job, blended it into the door. He did try blending it over to here, but it wasn't spot on, just because the paint was faded as well. So he's mopped the whole car up and then thrown it into the door, done an amazing job. I'll do the breakdown on that later on when we've got it all done, what it's cost us. This little 19,000 mile Ka as well. He mopped the old car up, it's just come up really nice now. So we just need to get these bumpers blacked off, redo them. I've got some textured actual bumper paint, so I could repaint them, but I don't know, I might be opening a can of worms up there, because I'm no paint man, let's be honest. So we'll see how we go. I'll make a decision on that this week, but we have made progress on it. Drives like the day it was new. Drives like the day it was new, and I want to try and make that the best possible car I can. It's not going to be mint, never going to be mint, but it can be made to look really, really half decent. It's not going to make fortunes. It's probably a 1,500–1,600 quid car if we get it right, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'll give you an update on a part 2 on that. We'll do a proper full video on it. So there's a bit of an update, guys, on what's been going on here at the car pitch. It's been okay at the moment. I wouldn't say we're on fire, but we have been selling a few bits. We got rid of a Honda Jazz automatic the other day, which is going out tomorrow. Just in the workshop now, going to get that sorted and out the door. We sold, what else did we sell? We sold a Fiat Panda, blue Fiat Panda on Saturday. That went out yesterday. That's the car, the longest car I've had in stock, actually. That was one of the first cars here. We had people on it, but I think it was more the colour, really. Pandas usually sell okay. Not the best sellers, but they usually sell okay. This one was a bit of an odd colour. It was in like a sort of a Man City blue. Hopefully I've got some footage of it somewhere so you can see it. So it was a bit hit and miss car, but it did go. Some local guys came for it. They just needed a cheap runabout. I said it had a lot done to it. We put a gearbox in that, we put a clutch in it, they were dead cheap they were. We also put a exhaust system on it, serviced it, coil pack leads, plugs, it had loads done to it. It didn't even cost that much. I think the car ended up costing us all done about 700 quid, and that was including the purchase price. It's so cheap the bits were for it, and we ended up drawing £14.95 for it, so it was a good result in the end, and it drove like the day it was new as well, so really pleased with that one. But it did hang around a bit, and I certainly probably wouldn't bother buy another one. Yeah, I probably would buy another Panda, but it certainly wouldn't be the top of my list to buy. We usually do better with Puntos. But anyway, with those two have gone, it's a nice day today. Hopefully get the gates back open in a sec, we can get some people on the pitch. When it's not raining, we do get people on, and hopefully tomorrow being Saturday we can get some people on and hopefully get some sales in. So we'll see how we get on in next week's update. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't checked out the link below, please press that subscription button below to get the latest offers from Topdon on their machines, because you've only got until the 16th of November to get your hands on those super discounted prices. You are not going to see them prices again, guys, for a very long time, so this is your opportunity to buy. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already seen my other videos, please check them out and like and subscribe to the channel as well. I'll see you all in the next video.